Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Today I just wanted to share a couple of things that so far in the back to school time has saved me so much stress and just so much aggravation, especially in the mornings. I have two girls. One of them is not in school. She's 4. She just turned 4. And one of them is 8. She just went to 3rd grade. And I don't know about you, but I don't know. I know a lot of parents are so excited when school goes back, but I'm sad, and I've enjoyed sleeping late in the summer and just, not having the aggravation of homework and all the craziness that school time brings, but it's also exciting. So during this time, I try to give myself as much help in the mornings as possible, because I don't know about you, but I like to sleep as late as I can in the morning, even if it's 10 more minutes. So here are some of the tips that so far are helping us so much in the school year. So this is also going to include just some ideas for some quick makeup to throw on in the morning, either if you're going into the office or you're going to just drop off your kids and have to run into the school for whatever reason, but just a quick makeup look really quickly, just some products that I enjoy using in the morning if I put makeup on in the morning just to quickly get going. So if you're excited to see some tips that will help you hopefully get out the door quicker with less stress, less yelling at your kids, which I hate that, just starting out the morning, so stressful. It's one of the worst things. I like a smooth start to the morning, best start to your day. So if you want to know some of these tips that I personally have found helpful, keep watching. Alright, so one of the first things that I do, first of all, I do most of this stuff at night, of course, having it all laid out. Usually Sunday nights, I will make sure to lay out all of the outfits for the week for my girls. Even my youngest, just to get her, she's trying to learn how to get herself dressed every morning and do all that, so she can just go and grab her clothes, get herself undressed, get herself, have her outfit laying out too. Now the oldest, she's 8, like I said, so of course she can get herself dressed, she can do everything for herself, but to have that stuff already laying out, already ready for her, is such a time saver in the morning and such a stress. You don't have to go pick out, and she can pick out her own clothes, of course, but so you know how that turns out. So I'm not too much of a control freak to where I have to pick out my girls' clothes all the time, but for school I try to make them halfway decent outfits. So usually on Sunday evenings, at least, but at the latest, I will just put a pile of, a stack of clothes for my daughter. The shorts, the shirt, whatever goes with the outfits. Everything is going to be laying out in a stack Monday through Friday. You can do this several different ways. She's got some little plastic drawers in her closet, and all of the outfits fit into one of the plastic drawers. You could get a 5-drawer little plastic bin and put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday's outfit, everything laying out. It's really, whatever works for you. But I do just in one drawer. The top outfit she knows is her Monday outfit, and the next is Tuesday, obviously. She has gym 3 days a week, and during the gym days, she has to wear tennis shoes. So on those days, I'll put a pair of socks with her outfit, especially if it's summer and she's wearing flip-flops in between. So she'll know those days she needs to put her tennis shoes, her tennis shoes on. So that is one of the biggest things that has helped me. The second biggest thing, which I'll show a little video of while I'm talking about this, of how it looks in my refrigerator, which who knows, I'm sure it's crazy in there, but the second thing that helps me this year, she's kind of packing her own school lunch, but we do pack lunches, and the night before I will make sure to have her lunch packed. I used to do it myself. Now she does it. Like I said, I'm kind of teaching her how. But to make it easy for her, as you'll see in this little video that I showed of my refrigerator, of how I have it set up, I have little individual containers with certain things that she can grab one thing out of each container and put it in her lunchbox. So she either has a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or those little Smucker's frozen peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, something like that, or a Lunchable. It's her main thing, of course. And then she'll have a juice for her snack time. She'll have her water bottle that she has to drink every day at school, and then she can grab grab from that little first container something like a yogurt or a Go-Gurt or an applesauce. From the second container, it has like a fruit or a vegetable, things like carrot sticks, apple slices, whatever your kids like. The third one has things, if she has a sandwich and not a Lunchable, she can bring pretzels or Wheat Thins, Triscuits, little things like that, little chip type items. And then in the last little container, it has something for her snack. So peanut butter crackers, Jell-O, whatever she wants that week for her snack. So that is what's in that fourth container for her to grab. It just makes it a little bit easier, so she's not having to, okay, well, let me look all over the refrigerator and see if I can find things. It just makes it easy for her. It may not be something that we continue, but so far it's really, really working for us this year. Now, something I do that I started, I can't remember if I started this in first or second grade. I think I started this for her in first grade, maybe kindergarten, I can't remember, but she likes it when I write her a little note every day in her lunch, which is, sweet that she loves that. In fact, I usually write it on her napkin that I'll send in with her, and sometimes if she gets school lunch, which is kind of rare just because we find it more convenient to do packed lunch, but some days when she gets school lunch, she will be halfway to school and she'll say, oh, well, did you pack my napkin note, my paper towel note? And I'm like, oh no, I didn't give you one because I didn't pack you a lunch. And she gets so sad, which I think that's sweet. But last year, it's kind of a funny story, I found this huge bag of paper towels. And I started going through them and I'm like, what in the world? Why does she have all these paper towels? And it was all of the little notes that I had written for her for the whole year. And she said, oh yeah, Mom, they've all been in my desk and I just cleaned my desk out. So I just thought that was cute. She saved all the little notes. I eventually made her pick a couple to keep and throw the rest away because of course we're not going to have a whole room just to store the paper towels that she's saving for years, which it was very sweet. But this is just an example. Just a cute little note. Have a great first day of third grade. I love you, love Mom, whatever. I will be honest. Sometimes I'll say, Happy Monday. Have a great day. Or it's Friday. And, you run out of things to say. And she'll come and say, well, you put that on my napkin last week. But anyway, so I don't know. It's just a cute thing that we do. And I really enjoy it. And so does she. Now, another thing I really try to use this year and I'm loving, I sometimes don't seem like it, but I am really an organized person. I'm sure if you know me, you're thinking, what? And sometimes it doesn't seem that way. But I'm using a planner this year, which I love paper planners and things like that. I know it's kind of, I don't know, old school to be using it all on paper. My husband makes fun of me, but I love that. And I love decorating my planner and things like that. I didn't bring it here to show you in the video. I can do another video about my planner if you're interested. So let me know down below in the comments. But I love the planner that I use. So of course that helps us stay organized. You can keep up with doctor's appointments and field trips and, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, whatever you want. You know how a planner works. But that has been really helpful for me. So the next thing I'll show you guys is just some quick makeup that I grab in the morning if I have to leave my house. I actually work from home, so I feel pretty blessed to be able to do that. So I don't always put on makeup in the morning. But if I had to go out and go to work, or if I had to go into the school for any reason and felt the need to put on some makeup, these are some of the products that I would find really quick and easy to just throw on my face real fast and look halfway presentable. So, some people like to do it up a little bit more and take that time. It's up to you, but these are just some of the products that I like to grab really quickly in the morning. Now, the first thing I'll show you is for my hair. This is just I hate having to blow dry my hair in the morning. Gosh, I hate it so much. So I would rather just throw a little dry shampoo in my hair and go. So this is my favorite dry shampoo, everything considering price. I love the smell. Everything's good about it. I will say this, I probably use a little too much, but sometimes this can leave quite a pretty thick white cast. But if you really rub it in, at your roots and then brush it in really well, it usually goes out pretty good. But plus you're not supposed to use a ton. Sometimes I'm like, oh, it's not going to absorb all the grease, but it usually does. And so this is the Batiste dry shampoo. So far I've tried several smells. I like all of them. I get mine at Ulta. They sell it at Walmart. I've seen it at Target. I'm sure, I think, Walgreens, probably, I don't know. They sell a lot of places. And the most expensive I've seen this is $8.99, I believe. So I think at Walmart I saw them for $5 and something. It is great dry shampoo. I think for the price, for it being the drugstore version, this is my all-time favorite dry shampoo. So for my face, I would get up in the morning, of course, still kind of at least use a makeup wipe and wash my face from just where I've been sleeping at night. And then the moisturizer that I use in the mornings, especially before my makeup, is this Clinique. It is the Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. There's also a lotion. I much more prefer the gel at this point of my life. My skin is mostly oily. It can get dry in the winter, but I still prefer this gel because the lotion on my skin leaves kind of a sticky feeling, and I don't like that feeling. This sinks right into my skin, and there's no problem with it being greasy under my makeup. This is definitely my favorite, and I've used it for years and years and years. I think I started using this stuff in middle school, so definitely my favorite morning moisturizer. So a couple of quick, foundations in the morning. The one I have on my face today is this CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream. This is pretty new product. I've heard a lot of people say it's really sheer coverage, but for me, I don't have a whole lot of things to cover up on my face, but it can be built up to some pretty full coverage, I think. The only downside is there's no sunscreen, so if you are going to be out a lot, you'd have to add some sunscreen under this, but I can either wear shade 510 or 520. 520, I notice when I put it on my face, it looks good, but then later I'll be looking in the mirror in the car and I'm like, there's, I don't know, it's a little dark. This one's almost a little too light. So sometimes I mix them, sometimes that works, but this is a quick foundation. I just dot it on my face, use my beauty blender to blend it in real quickly. It dries to that matte finish, so you don't have to cover it up with powder if you want, you don't have to set it with powder. So this is a quick foundation. Doesn't feel heavy on your skin, doesn't even feel like you're wearing anything. Another option for a quick foundation is a powder foundation. The one that I use is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. You can use it with any type of kabuki brush. It does recommend, or there is a brush that kind of goes with it, that is recommended from Tarte. I've not bought that. In fact, I bought this. There's a lid that goes with it, but I don't have this on there. I actually went to Target. I was shopping at Target and I was trying to find a kabuki brush there. And this is kind of an odd thing, but it works really well. It's the Sonia Kashuk Travel kabuki brush. And it comes up so you can put the lid on it. And it's pretty dense. It's not, it's not it's probably not as dense as the brush at all that comes, or that you can buy to go with the Tarte foundation. But the reason I like the fact, I didn't get the travel brush on purpose, but that's all they had. So I thought, I think it was $6.99, so I grabbed it. If you pull this little thing up, it makes it a lot denser, so you can dip it into the powder foundation, and because the denser the brush is, the more full coverage the powder foundation will be. So I can get a lot on my brush and then buff it into my face. And you can even open it up to kind of buff it a little bit quicker. But so this powder foundation, it goes on so quickly. It blends in 2 seconds. You don't have to worry about much. So that's why this is one of my recommendations for just something really quick in the morning. And then of course I would just add whatever blush you like. Just, add some blush, add some highlighter if you want to. I don't usually contour and bronze and all that stuff, but I would probably add blush and highlight, but that's, again, kind of your preference. And then the next thing, now I forgot to mention this, but I would use a concealer. And if this is something, I don't know, this is just something I do, I don't know. If I'm using this, I would actually put my concealer on first real fast, and then set it with this and just put the rest of it all over my face, just quick and easy if I'm in a hurry. If I'm using a normal liquid foundation, I would put the liquid foundation on, and then I would just do, a little triangle, brighten up your face a little bit. Put the concealer under your eyes. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I wear the shade Fair, which I think is the lightest one. Just brightens up your under eyes, gets rid of those dark circles, makes everything look a little bit better. Blend it in with your beauty blender, pop some powder over it just to set it, and you're good to go. The rest of the things that I put on my face today, you know, these are just things that you can do whatever you want, but I just, I put a little eyeliner in my waterline, just a little bit. I like to put eyeshadow sometimes underneath my lashes, but just the quickest thing, I just pop some eyeliner in my waterline. I did put a little eyeliner on top, but not so much to make it look like I'm wearing liner on top, just to kind of, I take, the one I'm using right now is one of the eyeliners that I got from one of my subscription boxes. I don't remember if it was Ipsy or Birchbox, but it's the Ico London Skinny Mini liquid eyeliner in black, and it's the felt tip pen. And I actually take the tip and dot it at the tips of my lashes, just to kind of add a little bit more fullness to them. It makes your lashes look a little bit better. So it's not so much, like I said, to make it look like you're wearing eyeliner on the top, just to kind of fill in the bottom of your lashes. And then the mascara that I love, because one coat of this stuff and my lashes are, this is definitely the most voluminous mascara that I have found, because other mascaras you're like, oh, let me do my one coat and let me do my second coat and build them up. I don't need to take the time to do this with this mascara. So this is my quick pick for mascara. It's the L'Oreal Voluminous in Carbon Black. They have several different colors, of course, but this is just super black mascara. I got the waterproof for summer, because sometimes if I'm outside and you're just sweaty and gross, and sometimes my mascara will transfer down here, and I thought maybe if I got the waterproof kind it would prevent that, and it does prevent that. I don't have that big of a problem with it, but sometimes if you're gonna be out, you know you're gonna be outside, you know you're gonna be sweating and just, you know, so hot. I thought, well, if I use the waterproof one that day, maybe it would help. It did not transfer under my eyes, but I don't know, I'm not sure if I just haven't used the waterproof one long enough, but it just doesn't seem to get my lashes quite as voluminous, and I don't know, they seem a little bit more natural looking, which is fine, you know, but just to point that out, I'm not sure. You know how mascaras are when they're brand new, sometimes you gotta use them a little while and then you start to really love them, or you don't. You know, pop some of this in your brows. I don't do a whole lot to my brows. I think that's like the one area that I am still really working on getting comfortable with, because you know, you do your brows and if you're not used to it, you feel like, whoa, like, I don't know, I feel like Oscar the Grouch, like my huge bushy eyebrows up there. It's just something I have to get used to, and I know I will. The last thing, I just pop a little light lipstick on, just so you don't look completely dead in your lips. This is the Revlon, let's see, the Revlon Color Burst Lip Butter in Strawberry Shortcake. It's number 80. And just a little bit, it's very moisturizing, very comfortable to wear, but it just adds just a little bit, you know, and it feels really great on your lips. So that's it. That's just some quick tips on getting ready in the morning and getting out the door stress-free, or stress-free as you can make it. It's just so nice to be able to wake up and, you know, all of this stuff is taken care of. You can kind of sit around with the kids in the morning while they're eating breakfast, or talk about how your day is going to go, instead of being like, get ready and hurry, and oh my gosh, why didn't you put your homework in your backpack and do this and that and do this, you know, oh, I forgot my lunchbox, so we gotta pack it. You know how the crazy mornings can get. So whatever you can do at night and get it ready for the next day, it helps so much. So if you've enjoyed these tips, or if you have any tips on things that you do in the mornings to make it easier, I would love to hear about that. So comment below. Definitely like this video if you enjoyed these tips, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. You guys have a great day. I just had to jump back on here real fast and say that if you hung in through this whole video and were to have a drinking game for how many times I said, you know, or I don't know, you would probably be at the hospital having some kind of alcohol poisoning. So if you hung in through this whole video and listened to me say, you know, or I don't know, a million times, cheers to you, because you deserve that. And I'm so sorry for saying that a million times. And also, just wanted to point out that somebody could have told me that I had something in my teeth for half the video. So just wanted to point those out, but I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day.